I recently played Half-Life 2 for the first time, and you know that thing that you learn in kindergarten called counting? Yeah. So, I played Half-Life 1 as well, and if Half-Life 2 ruined my life forever, this game made it better. But it also drove me a bit crazy, to be honest. Half-Life is Valve's first game, and it turns 26 this year, so it's really old. It even has this really old Valve logo when you boot up the game. But if you didn't play this game, which I'm sure many of you didn't, you really should, because this game basically set the standard for modern first-person shooters, and many aspects of this game still hold up to this day. Not the graphics though. The game follows Gordon Freeman, a scientist at a secret research facility called Black Mesa, in his journey to not die after he fucked up really bad and basically caused an alien invasion from a world called Zen. I don't know if it's his fault or not, but he pushed the crystal into the thing, so yeah. But the story in this game isn't told by traditional means. You don't have cutscenes or characters that exposition dump on you for 15 minutes. No, thank God. But the story is told using the environment, and you discover it by what's happening around you. And that makes sense from a lore point of view, because nobody knows what is actually going on, so everybody kinda figures it out. And I like this way of storytelling because we don't need to know a lot of useless bullshit information, and the game does a great job at making the player understand what is going on, and also leaving him with this ambiguity in mind, which is a feature of the Half-Life series. The combat in this game, like in Half-Life 2, is really good, maybe even better. You have more guns, including Zen weapons. Yeah, half of them I didn't use, and some of them felt straight out useless, like this alien weapon that shoots out bugs, or this one, I don't know what it's called. And the shotgun felt like it was too weak, like it takes around 5 shots to kill the alien grunts, which is way too much, considering the revolver does that with 3. However, the combat is really fun. My favorite weapon by far is the SMG, because in this game, unlike Half-Life 2, it actually feels like it does something. The combat is usually pretty fast, and you fight multiple enemies, aliens or soldiers, it doesn't matter, and to have a gun with 50 bullets that actually does damage that you can use to rush groups of enemies and kill them all is really great. Yeah, it's true that the fighting in this game is somewhat repetitive, because it's really OP to just rush enemies, because their AI is really old and they just kinda break when you do that, and because it works so well I ended up doing that every time, which is repetitive, but I didn't feel that while playing because of how fun and entertaining the fighting is. And you can kill the scientists and security guards and nobody says a thing, so that's a win. But there are also things about this game that I don't like, and number one is the movement. Well, actually not the movement itself, but the fact that this game has a main focus on parkour, and nobody fucking likes first-person parkour. The movement is clunky, I can't even tell you how many times I nearly lost my mind trying to do some stupid jump that I did, but the game decided I needed to do it again, because why the fuck not? And I also hate the ladders in this game. This is why the Zen level that had the potential to be the best level in the game is mostly hated by everybody. It has everything to make you go insane. Shitty parkour, the most annoying enemies in the game, and the only boss fights in Half-Life 1 that suck. The Gonarch fight is pretty decent, to be honest, but well, you know what, it sucks too. It's not engaging at all. You shoot at it for 3 minutes, then it runs, and you run after it and it just dies after 3 more shots. But the Nihilith fight is probably the biggest letdown of this game. I mean, look at this thing. We would probably be excused for thinking this was gonna be a great fight, but no. You just break the crystals, then jump on this ledge and shoot it in the head, and it's dead. But for some reason the first time I did this I died, and I had to do it all over again, so that sucks. It also has this stupid attack that teleports you in a different arena that you need to get out of. It's pretty easy to dodge, but if you get teleported it's annoying to get out. In my Half-Life 2 video, go check it out, I mentioned that I played Black Mesa, a fan remake of this game, which is probably the best fan-made game ever, like it's really impressive, go play it. But Black Mesa doesn't just remake Half-Life 1, it also adds new stuff, and the biggest improvement is Zen. I mean, look at it. And it also makes the Nihilint boss fight so much better. And also for some reason, just like The Witcher 3, this game has a problem with fall damage because you take too much damage from jumps that don't seem that high. But one thing that really impressed me is the feel of the world. Yeah, most of the time you'll be wandering corridors or vents, but still, it feels like you're actually in a research facility. And the game has these really cool details that make the world more believable, especially at the beginning, before the Resonance Cascade, when you can visit Black Mesa and see all the scientists going on about their day, but also later, when you see APCs bringing more soldiers in, instead of them appearing out of nowhere. And I know that I'm saying these things, and you might be thinking, why the fuck am I saying this when almost every current game has detail 10 times better than this one? Well, firstly, not every game, and secondly, is secondly a word? But again, this game is 26 years old. Of course I'm impressed by this, and you'd be stupid to not be. The only big problem with the world, but not only, is that the game doesn't have any music, which kinda sucks cause music makes games better. And the Nihilint boss fight wouldn't sound like an average family gathering after your granddad started reminiscing about the good old days. In the Half-Life 2 video that I mentioned earlier, I also said this. I did play Half-Life 1, sort of. I played the Black Mesa remake, which is close enough to the original, but now that I played the original Half-Life, I can confidently say that I was wrong. It's not close enough. Yes, the two games tell the same story, but they are two different experiences altogether. If you played just one, you should definitely play the other as well, because it will be a totally different experience, but you will still have a great time. Half-Life is an amazing game, and I hope you liked the video, and if you did, why not check out my Half-Life 2 video as well, but I will see you soon, goodbye.